So StewMac is now offering their famous pedal kits as pre-built pedals, so you don't have to worry about being savvy with a soldering iron or with electronics like me, because I'm not. You can order these like you can any other pedal, and they're awesome. I would put their line of pedals up against anyone else on the market. They have some really amazing sounding pedals. This is the Ghost Drive that I'm checking out in this video, aka the Unobtainium Overdrive. I think we all know what this is. It is a clone with a K, if you know what I mean. And it sounds just incredible. This style of overdrive really is one of my favorites to use. It just has some really sweet mid-range that helps you stand out in the mix. But it's just really great sounding, and it works a little bit different than regular overdrives, at least to my understanding. The gain knob isn't just turning up gain. Essentially, it's almost more like a wet-dry knob. The way that the Klone style of pedals works is that it's essentially splitting the pedal with just the clean tone of your amp. So as you turn up the gain knob, it's actually just giving you more of the pedal mixed in with the sound of your amp, which really I think is what makes so many people love the sound of it, is because it doesn't really alter the sound of your amp the same way that a lot of other overdrive pedals do. Then you have an output, which is your overall volume, as well as your treble, which is just the high-end tone that you can roll into. I have my orange OR15 amp set clean into my Marshall 4x12 with greenback speakers. I'm using a room mic like I do on pretty much all of my gear demos, just because I find that it has a more organic, honest sound that I prefer doing these gear demos. I have my Music Man access. Right now I'm on the bridge pickup, but I will do both just so you can hear everything. Amp is set clean, here it is. Let's get started. I'm going to turn on the pedal, everything's set at noon, and here it is. So even just on its own into a clean amp, it's really got some nice, sweet, kind of classic rock tones. I just switched to the neck pickup. I should have mentioned that, like all of these pedals in this line that StewMac just released, it comes with a info card that has some kind of sample settings and tells you a little bit about the pedal. I'm not really going to go through the sample settings. I'm just going to kind of go through just to show you the controls, then I'll show you the way that I would use this style of pedal, for whatever that's worth to any of you. But everything's at noon. Let's turn up the treble a little bit. No, let's just crank the gain just to hear what it sounds like. That's a little bright. I'm going to bring the treble back down to noon. Just a reminder, the amp's completely clean, right? So you're getting all this from the pedal. Again, some awesome kind of 70s classic rock sounds. Go back to the neck. Now let's kind of use it as just a boost pedal, which I know a lot of people do. So we'll turn the gain all the way down, the output all the way up. I'll leave the treble in the middle for now. Let's see what that gets us. So obviously it's a little bit cleaner. but you're really just kind of pushing your amp harder. Let me turn the treble up a little bit. Yeah, so that's some settings. However, nothing I just showed you would be the way I would use one of these style of pedals. So the way I would use it is much more of a boost into a distorted amp, just to get into really searing high gain territory. So I'm going to turn the gain up on this orange a bit. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. All right, so there's all the tones come from the orange. I have some reverb and delay in the effects loop of the orange. I'm going to turn that on. All right, it's kind of loud, but that's all right. And now, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this style of overdrive functions a little bit different than other ones, in the sense that the gain is more like a wet dry. So instead of cranking the output to push the amp that way, I usually have the output maybe a little bit under noon, like around 11 o'clock, 10:30. And then the gain I'll usually put maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. And then it's just pushing the amp harder, not with the output, but with just giving some more of what the pedal is being mixed into the signal. Then the treble, the tone, I'll kind of put that to taste. I'll leave that at noon for now, but here's the amp. Now let's kick on the pedal. Go with the neck pickup. There you have it, the Ghost Drive by StewMac. I've said it, I think, already in this video. I've said it in the other videos I'm doing for these series of pedals, but I'm so excited that StewMac's doing this. I love their pedals. I'm just not able to build them. So check it out, Ghost Drive by StewMac. Awesome, awesome pedal. Highly recommend.